Hello, good morning. How are you? Doing well? Very good. I'm here to teach you social studies. Okay, are you ready to learn? Okay, good. So, shall we start? We are starting here with chapter number 2. What is the name of the chapter? Parallels and meridians. Chapter number 2 is parallels and meridians. Have you heard these terms, parallels and meridians? I don't think that you have learned. No, you have not. I will teach you. Okay. So, shall we start? Yes. First of all, we will start with the contents. What are the things which we have to cover in this chapter? Have a look now. What are those things? First of all, we will see an introduction. I will introduce you the topic. Then we will learn about parallels, its features, numbering of parallels, and the most important parallels. Then we will learn about meridians. Okay, the features of meridians and the numbering of meridians also we will see. Finally, we will learn about the location of a place. How can we locate different places on the globe? That also we will see in this chapter, right? This is what the first chapter number 2, parallels and meridians. So, ready to move to the first topic, that is an introduction to the chapter, right? The imaginary lines on the earth are called parallels and meridians. There are some lines on the earth. They are known as parallels and meridians. Actually, there are not such lines. Don't misunderstand that some lines have been drawn on the earth. No such lines are on the earth, but they are imaginary lines. The imaginary lines on the earth's surface are called as parallels and meridians. There are two types of lines drawn. I am repeating, there is no actual lines on the earth, but we imagine that these lines may be there. There are two kinds of lines. One group of lines are known as parallels. Other group of lines are known as meridians. Shall we learn more about them? Okay, let's see the photos. The first one is the picture of the globe, the earth, that shows latitude. Latitudes are also known as parallels. Second one is longitude, also known as meridians. Okay, you can see two kinds of lines drawn on it, right? The first one is from left to right, a circle is formed, and the second one in longitude from top to bottom, the lines have been drawn. Now we are going to learn about these two lines on the surface of the earth, which are called as parallels and meridians. Shall we move? Okay. The imaginary line on the earth from top to bottom on which the earth rotates is called its axis. Do you know that the earth moves? Yes, the earth moves. It spins or it rotates. And it rotates on an imaginary line which is called as axis. Shall I show you the picture? Yes. This is what the axis, you can see a stick like thing on the top and bottom of the earth, isn't it? That we imagine that there may be something like this, and that has been named as axis. Otherwise, how can the earth rotate from west to east? A red arrow has been shown. This is the direction of the spinning of the earth. It rotates, it moves on this axis. Clear now? Have you understood it? That line which is there, an imaginary line from top to bottom, from North Pole to the South Pole, on which the earth rotates from west to east, is called as axis. Okay, continue. Okay. Now we will see the two end points. Just now I showed you there are two end points on the top and on the bottom. At the bottom and on the top there are two endpoints. And what are these endpoints called? They are called as poles. Okay, the two endpoints of the earth are called as poles. See on the top, that is North Pole, and here at the bottom, that is South Pole. The two endpoints are called as poles. Pole at the north is called North Pole. The pole at the south is called South Pole. Okay, now moving ahead to discussing about the parallels. We will learn about parallels now. The set of circles drawn on the globe that run from east to west are called parallels or lines of latitude. What are parallels? A set of circles drawn on the globe that run from east to west. I'll show you the picture. See, here you can see that some lines, they have been drawn from east to west or our left to right. These lines are called as parallels or latitude. Clear now? Parallels are also known as lines of latitude. Okay, see one more picture. These complete circles you can see. These circles, they are known as parallels. Once again, is there any line like these parallels on the earth? No, there is no such line on the earth, but we imagine that there may be these types of lines. Okay. Next one we will learn about equator. Right? Okay. What is equator? The earth is divided into two equal halves by an imaginary line, and that line is called as equator. What is equator? The earth is divided into two equal halves by an imaginary line. In the middle of the earth, we imagine that there is a line from left to right. That line is known as equator. See the photo. Here you can see equator in the photo. Can you see that 0 degree near about that direction symbol? Yes, the middle line which divides the earth into two equal halves. Half means plural of half. Equator divides the earth into one half on the top and another half on at the bottom. Into these two equal halves, the earth has been divided by an imaginary line in the middle, and that middle line is called as equator. Equally divides, that is why it is named as equator. Okay, now we will learn about hemispheres. What is hemisphere? The part of the earth that lies to the north of equator is called northern hemisphere. Do you know the meaning of hemisphere? Hemisphere means half sphere, half of a sphere. I told you that equator divides the earth into two equal halves. And how many halves have been formed? Two halves are there. Both the halves are called as hemispheres. At the northern part, that half is called as northern hemisphere. See the diagram? Which one is the northern hemisphere? Can you show me? This one. That half, that part of the earth is called as northern hemisphere. You can understand it now? Okay, the area where that star is moving, that part is called as northern hemisphere. That half, hemisphere, has been shown in the diagram that it has been separated. That half is called as northern hemisphere. Actually, is it separated? No, it is not separated. Okay, but we imagine. Okay, next one. What is next one? Yes, if one is northern hemisphere, the other one will be southern hemisphere. The part of the earth that lies to the south of equator is called as southern hemisphere. The part which lies south of the equator. See the diagram? Which is the southern hemisphere? The bottom one. This one is the southern hemisphere. You can see it now? Okay, this area is called as southern hemisphere. Okay, so you have learned about parallels, then axis of the earth, then two poles of the earth, then lines of latitude or the parallels, Yes or no? Yes. And I told you that equator divides the earth into two equal halves, and that is the largest parallel, the longest parallel. Okay. Then the top part divided by the equator, that is known as northern hemisphere. The bottom part is known as southern hemisphere. No doubt. Okay, so moving ahead to learn the features of the parallels. What are the important features of the parallels? Have a look here. First one, except the poles, all the lines are complete circles. In the previous diagram I showed you, no, all the circles of all the lines of parallel are complete circles, but in the poles they are not circles, they are only the points. Okay, second feature, their length decreases as we move towards the poles. What happens to the length of the circles when we move towards the north, or when we move towards the south? The length of the circles or the size of the circles decreases. It decreases as we move towards both the poles. If you are moving to the south or north, the size of the circle decreases. Why it is so? Because of the shape of the earth. Okay, they have an equal distance from each other. The distance between one first parallel line to the second parallel, that distance will be equal to that of the distance between second line and a third line. The distance between different parallel lines, that distance is equal, and they neither touch nor cross each other. These parallels, they are known as parallels. Parallel lines never touch each other. They never cross each other. They don't come to each other. They have their own way of moving. That type of lines are called as parallel lines. These meridians also don't touch each other. Their distance is same everywhere, and the length decreases as we go towards the southern pole and the northern pole, and they are complete circles except the poles. Look at this diagram. Here you can see that equator, that red line, that is the largest one, longest one. Then we are moving and the size of the circle is decreasing, and at the pole it is just a point. Then we have seen the distance between the parallel lines. Is it equal or unequal? It is equal. Clear now? These are the features of the parallels or latitudes. Now we are moving to the numbering of parallels. These parallels have been numbered also. Some numbers have been given to these parallel lines. What are they? Let us have a look. Equator is marked as 0 degree. What is the numbering of equator? 0 degree. And the numbers are in increasing order from the equator to both the poles. When we move towards the south or to the north from the equator, what happens to the number? The numbers also increase. Like near the equator is 0 degree. Then next is 1 degree, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this way it will be increasing towards the north, and towards the south what happens? Increasing. Okay, and how many are there? There are 90 latitudes each in southern and northern hemisphere. There are 90 latitudes in the northern hemisphere, and there are 90 latitudes in the southern hemisphere. So, can you tell me how many latitudes are there in total on the earth? How many are there? How can you get it? Okay, 90 on the top and 90 at the bottom. So, what is the number? 180. So, is it that there are 180 latitudes on the earth? Yes? No, it is not 180. There are 181 parallels in all. Where from did you get this one? We have to add the equator also. Equator 1. Then 90 on the top. Then 90 on the south. So what is the number now? 181 parallels are there on the earth. We have to write N or S with the number of parallel to understand its hemisphere. I told you from equator to the north or from the equator to the south, we are writing the same numbers, no? 90 degree, yeah 23 degree, yeah 30 degree, 45 degree. That these degrees can be seen in southern hemisphere and northern hemisphere. So we will not be coming to know that where is that location, where is that place. So what we have to do, we have to write N or S. What is this N or S? N for north and S for south. With the number we have to write 90 degree north, yeah 90 degree south. Then we will understand the location of a place. Okay, look here, this is what the numbering. You can see from 0 degree to 90 degree on the top and 0 degree to 90 degree on the at the bottom. So 90 plus 90, 180 plus equator in the middle, 181. 181 parallels are there. Okay, moving ahead now. What is next topic? We will learn about some important parallels now. There are some important parallels. This one out of this 181, some parallels, some lines of latitude are very important. What are they? Have a look here. Other than the equator, the North Pole and the South Pole, there are 4 other important parallels. Now you have seen the equator. What is it? What is the number of equator? 0 degree. You have learned about the North Pole, the northern ending point of the earth. That what is the measurement of, what is the number of, what is the numbering of North Pole? 90 degree north. N means north. South Pole, that is also at 90 degree. Is it north or south? South. Clear? These 3 are major parallels and there are 4 more important parallel lines. What are they? Before that, have a look here. You can find out the equator 0 degree. Did you find? In the middle. Then North Pole on the top 90 degree N. It is written on the top. And at the bottom also 90 degree S is there, but we cannot see it in this picture. Clear? Okay. Let us move on to the next important 4 major parallels. What are they? Number 1, the Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree. 23.5 degree north. Very good. Tropic of Cancer is there at 23.5 degree north. Second one, the Tropic of Capricorn at 23.5 degree south. Now you might have understood why should we write N or S. It has to recognize that place, locate that place easily. Okay. Third one is the Arctic Circle. Okay. Third one is the Arctic Circle, that is 66.5 degree north, and Antarctic Circle, that is 66.5 degree south. Okay. These are the 4 first major latitudes are equator, then North Pole and South Pole. Equator is the largest one, longest one. In the middle one divides Earth into 2 parts, and the pole, North Pole and South Pole, are only the points. Clear now? Okay. Besides all those 3, there are 4 more important parallels, and they are the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn, the Arctic Circle and the Antarctic Circle. And these Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circles, they are also called as polar circles. What are they also called as? They are also called as polar circles. Clear? Have a look. These are what? The important parallels. Okay, you can see at the middle equator 0 degree. Then on the top 23.5 degree north. Isn't it? Yes. Then 66.5 degree north. That is Arctic Circle. Here also we can see Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle as 66.5 degree each. Clear? Okay. There is no doubt remaining. Good. So shall we wind up now? Yes, we have come to the end of today's class. The chapter is not over. We will carry on the chapter tomorrow with the remaining portion. Let us have a look. What did we learn today? We learned an introduction about axes, poles, etc. Then we learned about parallels, their features, their numbering and important parallels. Yes or no? Yes. Any doubt? No. Very good. So, winding up today, you will stay home and stay safe. Take care of yourself. Bye.